Hey, everybody. I'm Pagan Tech, and we're here with another session of the Round Table of Fools. Some of us are nincompoops, some of us are idiots and ne'er-do-wells, and tonight we have Green Bear, Jerry Formal, Tommy, and a special guest, Blinktron! Woo!
Woo! Woo! Woo!
Tonight we plan on talking about things and like guilty pleasures in songs, groups or musics, and other stuff like that, along with our usual ramblings. So smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to know when I post again. That'll get you a chance to see when I come online and stream, as I never know when I can due to life and the dying video card that I might have a solution for.
Woohoo! I guess the new card.
Yeah, new card. That is the solution, but it might be happening sooner than anticipated. So, now the host of our show, Tommy. Take it away, Tommy.
Thank you. Thank you very much. How's everybody doing? This is Tommy Scott. It is the Round Table of Fools, and with big news, as of last week, I started uploading these. Really? I started uploading these as what's the word I'm looking for here? Podcasts. So I've got the first, I think, 4 episodes in podcast format, if you will. I will put the other ones up probably this weekend. It's kind of a process because you got to upload it, you got to tag it, you got to do a bunch of stuff. So eventually I'll get to this one and I'll upload it. And so what I hope to do is we'll do this on Thursdays like we normally do. I'll edit it sometime either Friday night or Saturday night or whenever I get to. Sunday we'll air it, and then probably Monday I will upload it and make it into a podcast. So anybody who missed it when it airs will be able to download it and listen to it whenever they want to. And it's going to be on like all the major platforms, because it's like on Spotify and like all the biggies. So pretty exciting. And I actually put out a podcast of my own. I interviewed it was an interview, more of a conversation, but I interviewed a guy named Joe Badon. He's a independent filmmaker and a friend of Steven Stahl, who was on the show, a month ago, maybe something like that.
Something like that, yeah. What, episode 4?
Yeah, that sounds right. 4. Yeah, I think you're 4 or 5. And a really cool dude. And he also has a movie that he has started a Kickstarter for. So he's hoping to raise funds for that and get that out and take it to Stevens Film Festival. So anyway, big exciting things around here. And then the station is, I guess I'm plugging my own stuff now. So STN is 24 hours a day now. So, pretty much any time you tune in there, if there's not a live show going on, there's still going to be music playing. And I just bought 7 or 8 CDs the other day. I always buy used CDs. I either try to rescue them from like Goodwill or something like that. And just music to add to the station. So I got 6 or 7 or 8 CDs, and I'll be adding a bunch of new music to the Auto DJ is what it's called. So, and I'm about to hit my limit because you can only have so many gigabytes of music on the Auto DJ, but I'm about to fill it up. And then, but anyway, 24 hours is what I was trying to say. So anyway, welcome after that long sort of tangent there, but that's what we're made for, I guess. We got Jerry Formal to my left. We've got Pagan Tech up and to the right. We've got Green Bear right in the center of attention like he likes to be. Thank you very much. And we have Blinktron, aka Patrick, over to the left. Patrick is once again a very, very old friend of ours. And we've known him for a long time. Boom. Anyway.
He's a very, 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 very old friend of ours.
Very old friend.
He was we were roommates at one time. How many years would you guess?
Oh geez. How long ago was the pit? That was
30.
Mid-90s.
early to mid 90s.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So, yeah, 30 years probably. Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah. The only person I've known longer is Green.
Yeah.
That's been since high school.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I was thinking about you the other day. My first distinct memory of you is after you bought that green Mustang and were delivering pizza in it.
Yes, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no kidding. That was a freaking sweet Mustang too, by the way. But anyway, so normally what we do is we go around the room here and we plug things or we advertise what we have to do. Now, Patrick, I know you're a gamer, but
Yes.
you don't stream your games necessarily.
Nope.
You're not a radio personality. I'll put that in quotes, like I am.
No.
So I'm
I am nothing special.
well, you're special.
I mean, so okay.
So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say you probably just have nothing to plug at this point. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've got nothing.
Okay.
I play games. I watch videos. I annoy the hell out of you guys. That's pretty much about it.
All right.
Yeah, I agree.
He's a regular listener at the end, though, and he does listen to the Round Table of Fools. In fact, I give him exclusive access to early access to the Round Table of Fools after we record it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I won't need access to this one. Just so you know.
True, because
Okay.
you're living it.
Yes.
So same thing with Jerry Formal. He's been busy with post high school stuff. My aunt and uncle are taking him on a historical trip. They're going to Gettysburg and doing a couple things over the weekend.
Nice.
So that's going to be cool.
Wow.
But to the best of my knowledge, he hasn't started streaming anything yet. And the long lamented Minecraft server is still on the back burner, I'm assuming.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, yes.
Okay. But anything you want to say, plug, or do before I move on?
Extension cord. I'm gonna plug it.
Oh,
Nice.
plugging the extension cord. Well, we got no extension cords. Okay, it's Bob Rivers all over again. All right.
Hey,
Bob
that was
Rivers.
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
I know. So let's straight up to Green Bear.
Let's see. Nothing to plug right now. I'm still gearing up to do. I know Peg and I have talked about it. I want to start VR gaming online. I just haven't actually started doing it yet.
You know, like
But,
streaming VR games.
Yes. Yep. Want to start doing that. I've got some other stuff I'm going to be working on, especially as after summer ends and we start going into more of the horror, into October. I'm going to be actually.
Where? What?
Horror. That's happy time for me, man.
Hold on. But stop it. Hold on. There we go.
Technical difficulties.
I plan to start utilizing a little bit more of this. Scary Santa.
Is it? Very
Gary Santa? Is that what you're going for?
Scary Santa with the glowing microphone.
That's right.
With a nice
TMI.
intense microphone.
TMI.
You never see Santa and Satan in the same room at the same time. They both wear red. Anyway.
Dear Satan. Oh, misspelling. Sorry.
But anyway, I do have some streams coming up that I am working on, and that is one of them.
Excellent. For my listeners, we have been having weird issue. First of all, Xfinity sucks ass. I'm going to put that out there. We've been having weird issues, weird internet issues today. I had to reset my modem, and while Green was doing his plugs, it kind of fritzed out a little bit. But twitch.tv/the Green Bear.
Yes.
So I will probably have to edit that because it was just a bunch of random digital noises for like 10 seconds there. So yeah.
So far, so
yeah.
good.
So Pagan Tech.
Yes. Okay. So last week I wasn't here for the Roundtable of Fools. Nobody was really. We didn't record, but I was specifically in Atlanta at a black belt. It was black belt training, the final exam, and then a graduation. But it was held at the Atlanta. It's called Battle of Atlanta, and it's an international karate championship and multi-martial arts championship. Tremendous blowout, and the company that I was hired by to do the photography for gave me an unlimited all access backstage media pass for all events, period, no holds barred. So I spent a lot of the time, if I wasn't shooting his students or his staff, I was stage side shooting these international championships. And you want to talk about some mind-blowing stuff? Absolutely stunning martial arts. Just great. So I walked away with 9,414 images for a total of 398 gigs of raw images that I have to go through. And I think I'm getting close to the first 1,000 being done, and I am streaming those on twitch.tv/Pagantek, Pagantek. I'm also trying to co-stream them on YouTube, the same channel that you're watching right now. And I think that it has a plug-in for Facebook that I'm trying to work. It may or may not work. Meh. If it does, great. If it doesn't, great. Not a big deal. But that's what I have planned for the next little bit of time. I'm going to try to sneak some gaming in as I can, but I really need to finish my contract first because that's business.
Yeah, that pays money. You need to go ahead and get that one under wraps there. Yeah. So from a since we talk about tech on this show, from a technical standpoint, what are you? How did you store all of those pictures? Like when you take a picture, does it go onto like an SD card on the camera itself, or what do you? How does that work? Because I don't have like a fancy digital camera, so I honestly don't know.
Yeah, no problem. The body that I have does use dual SD cards. And for the business stuff, I actually recorded to 2 cards at the same time, so I had a backup in case one of the cards failed. And then every evening I would offload all of the images to my laptop and make sure that I have got a fairly decent drive in the laptop. It's got a tera, but it's not a fast one. It's fast enough to store the images but not do much with. So I offloaded everything, and I've got, as a matter of fact, I got one of the little chips right here. It's a 128. I have 2 of these that I have in there, plus 2 64s. Actually, I have 4 64s and a couple of 32s and just miscellaneous. But I was running through cards so fast during the competitions that part of the, as I always do, I don't cut profit off of any of the contracts that I do. It all goes back into the business. I ended up buying 2 256 UHC2 cards.
Sweet.
And an 8 tera drive because I bumped my 4 tera drive full. And that's just the pictures that I take.
Awesome. Wow. Okay. Do you have like a NAS at the house or something that you store all those on? Or just...
well, the images are stored on the 4 tera, the 8 tera to be 8 tera. But I do have an off-site backup drive that I synchronize every 2 or 3 months.
Oh, cool. Okay. Because what I do, because I've got a 4 terabyte NAS in the other room next to the modem, but it's in a RAID array, so it's technically only 2 terabytes, but they're redundant. So I have all my music backed up to there. I also back up all the music to an external 1 terabyte, like a I don't even remember what brand it is, but I've got it stashed around here somewhere. So when I rip new music, I have like my Monday checklist. So on Mondays, I got to do this, got to do that. I got to restart the service. I got to, back up any new music, blah, blah, blah. So that's part of the process. I downloaded a program that just compares, the music folder on my PC to the music folder on the NAS. And it just goes, oh, there's, I can't remember what it's called, to be honest with you. It's called, drumroll please. Oh, nope, that's Facebook. That doesn't help. It's called Free File Sync, actually.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yes, and as the name suggests, it is free, which is my favorite price. So
nice.
I mean, it's not fancy, but I don't need anything fancy. It's just comparing the 2 sides, and anything that doesn't exist on one side, it just copies it over. So
yeah. I ended
And
up
I'm
getting
nowhere
a new
near-
monopod, a new head, because the monopod that I originally have, I bought for $5 at the place here locally. It's called Simona. It's the community ministry in North Augusta. That's
Oh.
the local. What's the term that I'm looking for? Thrift store. Yeah, local thrift store that actually puts back into North Augusta, unlike
Oh,
Goodwill, which is for profit and pisses me
Yeah.
off to no end.
I love Goodwill, but you're right, they are for profit.
Yeah.
I mean, they do good work like in underprivileged communities by giving people jobs and job training and stuff like that. But yeah, they're
Yeah. Well, the
strict
part that
for
pisses
profit.
me off is that they tout themselves as, oh, we're nonprofit, but then they are actually for profit.
Yeah, well, they might be technically a for-profit company, but I don't know how any of that works. So I say, generally speaking, I only go to Goodwill for cheap CDs. So,
Ah,
you know.
gotcha. No,
Yeah.
I hit the Simona here in North Augusta because they give back into. There's another place in Aiken that does the same kind of thing. It's for the animal shelter.
Oh, cool.
It's a big
Okay.
thrift store,
Right.
and all the proceeds go to the local animal shelter to help animals. Good stuff.
On the way, if I take a certain way home from work, there is a Habitat for Humanity restore that's
Love
in one of the
that
buildings.
place.
Yeah, I've not been there yet, but I want to stop one of these days when I've got some time, because it looks like just all kind, like they'll have stuff out on the sidewalk, and it changes all the time, and just it's like, oh well, what is that? That's cool. I mean, just all kinds of crazy stuff sitting out on their sidewalk. So yeah, one of these
That does
days I
sound cool, yeah.
definitely want to stop by and check it out. What's that?
That does sound cool, yeah.
Yeah. They may. I don't know if they have one in Augusta or not, but I know there's one in Pittsburgh, which is like on the other side of town from where we are. But there is one. I think that's New Kensington. There's a restore on the way home. So, well, cool. All right. So, STN Radio, everybody knows that. Say broadcasting 24 hours a day. Weekends are always a hoot around here. Always a big time. Fridays is the free for all that starts at 6, and then the Reverend Robert Evil comes on at 9 o'clock for Rising Down. Saturday at 7 is JD's show. It's called A Shot of JD. And then at 9 is the dance party, which I run. And then Sunday morning at 11 is Brunch with the Beatles. That goes for 2 hours. Sunday after Brunch with the Beatles, I call special programming, which means I may run a whole album, I may play some vinyl, I may do nothing, I just don't know. So, but then at 6 o'clock, Jerry Formal and myself do The Forge, which is 2 hours of heavy metal. And then, after that, I run this show. So, and then Tuesdays is punk. At 6, Reverend Rob does like 3 hours of punk. And Wednesdays there's like, there were 3 things going on. Now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I think we lost him.
I think we lost both of them. Either that or
Yeah.
they
Well,
picked
they're
up
in
your
the same
freeze
house.
trick.
Yeah, they're in the same house.
By the way, you're delaying again. Yeah.
That freeze trick.
I want to learn how to do that, damn it.
It is a piece of software that I have. See this name right here? Where's the name? This one right here? That one, yeah. It's in there.
I don't see anything pop up.
Up at the top in my hand.
Oh, that XSplit?
XSplit, okay.
Yeah. That one specifically has the pause. It also has the AI background removal that gets really hinky at times. I'm in the process of working on changing the studio here a little bit so that it's.
So are you on green screen right now? I'm guessing you are because I can see the top left corner of your screen kind of cut where the XSplit symbol is. Yeah. Or is that your shroud on your microphone? Oh, that's your mic. Okay. Yeah. It's the UFO part of your mic.
Tommy
Not
looks
too
like
close.
he's. Tommy looks like he's about to start drooling. He's got to be pissed right now.
Oh yeah, he's losing his mind right now. Here I am moving the mic around, and I cannot move the mic around without being extraordinarily careful.
For what it's worth, you are modulating a bit high. When you raise your voice, you do distort.
Yes.
Oh no. Let's see here. There. I'll just move my mic back. That way I'm not picking it up quite as heavy, quite as
Yeah,
hot.
just don't shove it in your mouth. That's the easy part. And don't go to sleep on it. No napping.
Oh man, I did an asthma cast or an asthma cast. I did one of the ASMR or asthma. That was fun. I'm going to have to try and challenge myself and do a whole podcast, a whole stream like that sometime.
As long as
I
you're not
actually
doing a
don't-
mukbang.
That's kind of disturbing. I can't do ASMR.
It was fun.
As long as you're not
Imagine-
doing a mukbang.
I had the microphone out. I was just kind of so like I was going to the mall the other day and the car was just kind of running smooth and I was playing Metallica's Hardwired to Self-Destruct.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Too close.
Judas is an amazing song.
Too
It's
close.
so cool.
Too close, dude. You're creeping me out, man.
It's getting all up in the microphone.
It was like, totally rad.
Suddenly, Tommy's there without Tommy.
Holy shit, where'd Tommy go? The chair ate him.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much to eat, but
internet. Then it was Tommy.
I mean, that poster in the background is looking at me kind of weird.
Right?
So,
2 of 3. 2 of 2. Well,
1 of 2. Where'd the
1.5.
second go?
we have a camera, but we don't have a body.
I hope
Did
he's
you have a
wearing
dream?
pants.
I
He is
hope
wearing
he's
pants, right, Drew?
Too.
Huh?
He is wearing pants, right? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yes, it's on. Come back.
Ew.
Are we back up?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's a figment
Oh.
of your imagination.
No.
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, little
All right.
purple dragon.
Okay. Fucking
Phil,
hell.
Phil's on acid again.
Phil, you're killing me. All right. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if that happened another time or two. So,
I would just edit it out.
I know. It's fucking aggravating.
Well, on
Though.
the audio, but the video is just too fucking funny.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Do you
Well,
not have Google up there? Did they not lay
Oh,
pipe
Google
around your
Fi-
area?
no. Oh, trust me. Quick story. Before we moved into this house, the last house we lived in, FiOS was available. Yeah, Verizon FiOS, and it was awesome. We had it for 2 years. As far as I know, it never went down. I mean, we game and stuff on it all the time, and it never went down. We have had nothing but problems because they don't offer FiOS here. They don't offer Google Fiber here. It's either Comcast, and I'm gonna move after today. I'm gonna move to Comcast Business because fuck Xfinity. I mean, I'm hoping Comcast Business sucks slightly less than Xfinity is my hope.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, I know. But the other one is Windstream, which is a DSL provider,
Please
and they don't
no.
even. Yeah, I know, and they don't even have fiber in the
And all they do is resell the internet connection for other providers.
I know.
Starlink.
So no, we're just kind of stuck with fucking Comcast for the moment, or Xfinity. Or
The old man fell asleep. Green?
Starlink.
Okay, there he is.
He still hasn't washed that damn hat yet.
Nope, that's happening either tonight or tomorrow, one of the two, before I go down to Pride.
Liar.
Promises.
That's what they all say.
Yeah.
Hey, when you see the Allens, tell them I said hi.
I will, absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah,
pass
you
my
did it great.
hellos on as well. You're going to carry a lot of hellos.
Yeah, I am.
Are they doing Augusta Pride that's this weekend, is that correct?
Correct.
Nice. All right.
That's actually why I did this. I got this done yesterday. I did it because I wanted it to be like brilliant and vibrant when I went down there.
Yeah. Cool. That looks good.
You mean kind of fresh?
Yes.
I have something to say. All right.
You don't say.
I do. All right, so back at it until my fucking internet goes back down again. I mean, literally the whole thing went down. I went to look at the modem, and the little light was blinking on top. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Anyway.
The screenshot of your face, like Alan said, looked like, or excuse me, like Green said, it looked like you were about to start drooling.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you were just kind of.
Well,
and Jerry was sitting there with this puss on his face, like he was about to eat something that he didn't want and was planning to who he was going to spit it on.
Broccoli for dinner?
Anyway, so I've completely lost control of this. I have no idea what we're doing anymore. I think I was just in the middle of one of my plugs when everything went to hell in a handbasket here. So
I do believe so.
wait a minute, what's with this handbasket and where are we going? Anyway, so
apparently,
yeah, exactly.
Hey, Phil,
so
Pagan Tech, push the mic away.
Yeah, you're still distorting.
Sorry. Yee.
There you go.
So, before we get into the topic that I threw into chat the other day, I'm going to.
There's a topic?
Yeah, there is a topic, believe it or not. Yeah.
Nobody shared that with me.
Well, we never stick with it, so it
okay.
was going to be a surprise for you, eh?
Oh, shit.
So, but before we get to that, did anybody else see anything about the Windows 11 announcement today?
Yeah.
Hey.
I was too
Pretty
tied
fun.
up dealing with stupid people, so no.
It looks pretty promising, I got to tell you. You know, there was like, you know, for what, 5 years, they were like, this is going to be the last iteration of Windows. And now they're like, wait, no, it's not. However, it is going to be free. It's going to be a free upgrade. So they're not going to charge it for Windows 11. And now, of course, this was their hype video and, you know, their release party or whatever that they did. It looks pretty darn good, though, I got to tell you. I mean, as far as the visual improvement, I don't know that they've done a whole lot under the hood, to be perfectly honest. I mean, Pagan Tech would probably be more to tell about that, or, well, for that matter, you, Patrick. I mean, I know you keep up with the tech world. But as far as the look of it goes and some of the cool little things that they've added, I think it looks pretty, you know, I think it looks pretty promising anyway. So
it's what they've done is they took the shelved 10X Windows. Fuck was the name of that? 10X? Was it 10X?
I don't even
remember. One
remember.
that they were going to do on the Surface Duos.
They
said, this is the new Windows 10 Surface Duo. It's 10X. It's going to have a streamlined interface for the more semi-mobile experience. And then they decided to cancel that. But even
they
though
started
they canceled
rolling all that
numbers-
into the modern experience on the web and all that, yeah.
So one of the neat things about the 11 is it has built-in support native for Android apps.
Yes, I saw that too. They announced that. That looks pretty cool. Like you can, I mean, you know, there's like a bajillion apps for Android, but I mean, like they showed TikTok. You can have TikTok on one part of the screen and like Outlook in the middle and something else going on. And yeah, it was. I thought that was interesting that it's sort of like cross-platform now that it can that they've got. And it sounds like those apps, like the Android apps, are going to be available through the Windows store or whatever they're calling it.
Yeah, it's the updated Windows Store is going to have the ability to attach to Android app. They're going to host Android apps in the Windows Store.
Cool.
Oh, nice. So you'll be able to show your ass on TikTok and email it to your coworkers all in one shot.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the one.
To switch between devices. Yeah. See?
Nice.
Yeah. So it's and I was looking for a release date because I'm just a glutton for punishment. I love upgrading and having new and shiny on my computer. But it doesn't look like they're going to actually officially, because an early version of it leaked, so it's out there in the wild. But you know, I wouldn't trust it. But it looks like it's going to be released. They said for the holidays, so I'm assuming probably around Black Friday. Maybe they'll wait until into December for Christmas time to release it. But, that's
It'll
like,
probably start rolling into the dev channel probably the end of July, early August. For the early dev channel.
Like you're a beta tester for them, right? Pagan Tech?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. All right. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting an early copy of it as well, but I'm not going to go digging around on the web for that leaked version because God knows what that would do to, you know.
I mean, you can always just change your status to a dev channel status, and it's not recommended for production machines, but
Generally speaking, anything that breaks, I can fix, or I've got the ability to, or the knowledge to just drop back to Windows 10 and be done with it, so, or reinstall, and it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, reinstall.
Yeah. I mean, I've got everything backed up that I would need, so I reinstall. It's funny because when you talk to non-technical people about that sort of thing, I was like, "Oh, just reinstall the operating system." People are thinking, "Oh my God, it's the apocalypse! You got to reinstall it." It's like it's not that big of a deal, quite honestly. As long as you back your shit up. Now that's the problem. Most people don't back their shit up. Oh, I've got 40 gigs of email. Oh, that I just lost. Well, where did you back it up? Well, it sucks to be you then because it's all gone. And we get that all the time. Like the CEO or one of the vice presidents, I think, of our company was like, the guy I work with was backing up this vice president's email, 180 gigs of PST files. I was
Holy
like,
shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I was like, are you fucking 180? Who need? I mean, and this is going back look, fine, keep the important shit, but don't keep that's like keeping everything for years to get that much email. It's an insane amount of email. Anyway, at least it was backed up, I suppose, but yeah, anyway, enough of my ranting about work stuff. It's just ridiculous when people have that much stuff. And then they get all bent out of shape because, oh, their laptop crashed and caught on fire, and where's all the icons on my desktop? Well, they're still on your desktop on this, molten slag heap of a computer that used to work at one time,
Yeah.
So, and I've had computers.
That's why I have an offsite backup.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. I don't even have an offsite backup yet. I actually should probably get a cloud, some sort of a cloud solution and back all my music and stuff up.
All my stuff I keep on OneDrive.
Oh, do you? I'm not a big fan of OneDrive. It seems overly complicated to me. Maybe I just don't understand it though.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a sync app. It's a sync app. It stores it up into a cloud location. That's it.
Yeah, but we'll see. Here's the problem. And Green, I see you waving around your external drive there. I'm assuming
it's a 2 terabyte SSD.
Nice.
I got it on sale for like $180.
Sweet. And you just back up anything important to that?
Yep, I got a fuck ton of movies on here, and I'm about to back up all of my music on here. I got a lot of that too.
Don't drop it on the floor and roll over it.
Yeah, that would be bad. My objection to OneDrive is, and I guess maybe you can set it up like this. Maybe I've just never explored it thoroughly, but it's like you've got a folder here and you got stuff on your local computer, and you're like, okay, all of this stuff in folder A, I want to keep, but I don't need to have it on my computer necessarily. So you shove it over to OneDrive, and then OneDrive says, oh, that folder doesn't exist on your computer. And then it just synchronizes it back to your goddamn computer. It's like, look, I moved it over there because I don't want it on my local computer right now.
Creates the structure. It doesn't actually copy it down until you tell it to pull it locally. You still see the same file structure on both sides.
Yeah.
But if you look at the icons, it'll look like a regular file if it's on your local machine, or it will have a what does it look like?
Is that the
green double arrow?
Yeah, it's got a green little arrow if it's still up in the cloud only. Right. And you can tell it to make it cloud only or make it, exist in both.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe I'm just an old man yelling at cloud because
if you have it local, it'll be backed up to the cloud, but it'll still be local. It's not like you're offloading them off of your machine.
Well, you'll have
that
two
if your
copies
machine dies, you'll have two. Your machine dies, your backup is still active.
Yeah, no, I understand that part. And it may not be as big of an issue now because I do have a 2 terabyte M.2 hard drive, on my computer. So storage isn't really my problem at the moment. Before it was like, okay, I need to free up space on my hard drive. I want this stuff physically off of my hard drive somewhere else. I want to keep it, but I don't necessarily need to have it at my fingertips on my local hardware.
Yeah. So. Anything that's connected in OneDrive will have a status column in the file explorer.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a blue cloud, that means it's cloud only. If there's a green check mark on it, that means it's on your local system and in the cloud.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe we'll explore it a little bit further then, because obviously with every copy of Windows, OneDrive is free. I guess it's just a matter of installing it and then.
Oh yeah, you have limited space, but yes, it is free. I actually went ahead and just bought a family subscription to Office because we
Oh,
get
nice.
5
Okay.
free installs of Office per person, and it also gives us an extra, I think, 10 gigs of storage in the cloud.
Oh, wow. That's
So
okay.
I just dumped everything into OneDrive and just used that.
Okay. All
10
right.
gigs would eat up fast here.
Well, I don't shove everything up there, but
Oh my.
keep all that special stuff local only.
That's right. He only shoves the important things up there.
Exactly.
That's what she said. Anyway, so all right. Well, maybe I'll have to explore a
Whoa.
little deeper then, because like I said, I do have my my NAS in the other room, but it's still on site.
Well,
You
I
know.
You
mean,
have your nads
okay.
in the other room?
Yes, my NADs are in
Yeah,
the other room.
Patty took
Oh.
them away from him a long time ago.
Do it, buddy.
The nads are in the other room. Hey, that should
Much
be a
like
little
Christy
bit
took yours.
nicer.
Mine are on the
Christy took
mantle
mine.
downstairs.
Oh, I can see that to both of you, actually.
Yeah, we both have Christy. Oh, we got
Yes.
laughter over here.
Yeah, tell your Christy I said hi.
She said hi. Tell your Christy I said hi.
Will
This is
do.
not
She's
awkward at
actually on
all.
the other side of the house, so.
All right. Well,
But
cool.
no, I mean, this is the kind of shit I do for a living, Tommy. So
Yeah, no, I know. Well, I mean, me too.
hit
But
me up, dude.
most of the enterprises I've worked for don't use OneDrive as a backup solution. So
We're implementing it everywhere. We have been for the past year and a half. It's been
Okay.
crazy,
all right. So you're intimately familiar with it then.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, if I decide to, because I don't even like having it on my computer, because then it lurks down there next to the time, just taunting me, going, "Oh, you should back things up to me." And I'm like, "Fuck you! I don't want to back things up to you. Go away." But and then people look at me weird and tend to walk away. But anyway,
Well, I mean, people do that in general
That's
for you anyway.
normal
Yeah, you are wrong.
reaction. That's
you are
out of
not
the ordinary.
wrong. And
Yeah.
actually, since we're just sort of since we're sort of freestyling here, Patrick and I were talking Dragon Con yesterday, and
Yes.
the fact that I haven't been to Dragon Con in 20 years. It's literally been
Wow.
20 years since I was
Good
at Dragon.
Lord, man.
Yep. So my first Penzic was 2001, which was Penzic 30. And I've never gone both in the same year just because it's a both of them are kind of a huge outlay of cash. Driving time, I really don't care about that. I'll drive almost anywhere for a good time. But as far as far as money goes, I mean, Penzic is usually late July into early August, somewhere, it floats a little bit. Dragon Con is the end of August, early September was that Labor Day, I guess, right? Labor Day weekend or whatever it is. Yeah. So I went to my first Penzic in 2001 and haven't been back to Dragon Con since then. And again, I was telling Patrick, it's not like, oh, damn you, Dragon Con. I wasn't like, upset with Dragon Con or anything. It's just, I kind of got sucked in, Penzic is more the fantasy, that sort of stuff. And that's what I like, of course, medieval type stuff.
You're saying Dragon Con is not fantasy?
Well, but Penzic is completely the whole 2 weeks, fantasy, medieval, that sort of thing. Plus there's...
Yeah, well, see, Dragon Con compresses all that fantasy into 5 days.
Yes, that's true. That's true. But you've got a week or 2 weeks at Penzic for roughly the same price. So
Yes, and Penzic, you're actually, I mean, I'm Penzic is you're actually there, living, experiencing the fantasy thing.
true.
Which is why I have no desire to go back. I liked it. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it. I don't want to do it again. It was just not my groove.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Well,
DragonCon
they
is in a
have like a-
convention center.
If they had a science fiction version of Penzic, I'd be there every fucking year, no doubt.
yeah. Well,
I'm
and then a
interested.
lot
That's
of
called Space Camp.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
I've been there.
So I think a lot of people get turned off of Penzic is the camping, because you are camping outdoors for the entire either 1 week or 2 weeks or however long you stay.
For
And
me, it's the heat and humidity.
well, exactly. Yeah, you're out exposed to the heat and humidity. And I mean, at least in
And the
Pennsylvania,
bugs.
off at night. Usually, sometimes it's pretty miserable at night. But I mean, generally speaking, it cools off at night and you can sleep in it. But yeah, so I mean, that's another thing too. Like Patty, like Renaissance festivals and all that kind of shit, she loves, but she doesn't like to camp and she can't sleep in a tent. And it's just, it's just, again, not her jam. Yeah. So, but, and the older I get, the more I'm like, I hate sleeping on a air mattress. I hate being hot at night. I'm just getting old.
Hotel is roughing it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and we're lucky that we have some friends that live really close by, like 5 or 10 minutes away from the site. Yeah, so they're like, dude, if you get hot, if you can't sleep or whatever, we got a spare room. Just come and stay with us. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm taking advantage of that. But last summer it was postponed for obvious reasons. This summer it's been postponed again, just because out of an abundance of caution, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, whatever. So Penzic 49 will officially take place next summer, and then Penzic 50 will be the one after that. So, but anyway, that's not what we were talking about. So we were talking about Dragon Con and how I haven't been there in so long. And I'm sure I still know a ton of people that go to Dragon Con every year. I mean, I know like Tim goes every year. Well, every year he can. And like Anastasia, she goes every year. Raw and Chrissy, they go every year. And I'm sure, I don't know if Dan Bollinger still goes, but I guess
I haven't seen him.
Yeah.
In a while.
I mean, he used to go every year, or maybe he doesn't anymore. I don't know. But yeah. So I'm hoping to go this year, actually.
Well, I mean, the hotel I'm staying in is the same hotel as Ron and Christy are in, so
awesome.
They will absolutely be there. And I'm sure we'll run into Tim because he'll at least day trip it if he doesn't actually stay.
Yeah. Well, he bought and we all thought he was nuts. He bought like what do they call that, a lifetime
membership? Yes,
journal membership. He got that back at the pit for $300.
Yeah, it's going for $3,000 now.
Yeah, and we thought he was insane for spending that amount of money, but that shit paid for itself like probably 3 or 4 times over at this point.
More than that, but yes, it's well paid for.
Yeah, it's like, what did you say? It's like $3,000 now for an eternal membership. That's insane. I mean,
I actually looked into buying one a couple years ago. And I'm like, no,
not so much. Yeah.
Stop playing with that. Stop. He's playing with it again.
I know. In front of everybody.
Go in the other room.
He's touching it. He keeps touching it. Look at the way he grips that shaft.
Should be a little cleaner now. Is it a little cleaner sounding? The shaft is a little cleaner. Yes.
Well, I mean, you still got a little bit on the high end, but yeah.
You're a little muffled. Or distorted.
I was about to say, don't say muffled. He'll shove it in his mouth. Then it'll just go downhill from there.
These are the straight guys who are making these jokes. Not me. Them.
It's still funny.
There. So put it far away. Is that better?
Oh, anyways, yes, Dragon Con. I'm seriously looking forward to it.
Yeah, I bet. Well, I know a lot of people are, since the last year was such a big pile of shit for basically everybody in the world. So I was kind of wondering if they were actually going to do it this year. And I guess
up until this month, really, it was still kind of up in the air.
Yeah.
But now it's been pretty much solidified and they're going ahead and doing it.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
But I will warn you.
What? Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Green.
So if I knew for sure what the situation was with my teeth, because Patrick, I told you I got accepted, right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know for sure how that's going to go or how long it's going to take. If I knew for sure, I'd go ahead and commit to Dragon Con. I don't know right now, and I fucking love to go, and I can if the timing's right.
Right, depends on the timing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Patrick, what were you trying to say?
What was I saying? Oh, fair warning. The drinking doesn't happen near as much as it used to. For me, anyways.
I mean, you can ask Jerry. I rarely drink. I mean, I'll have a beer or two while I'm grilling out sometimes, and like for a special occasion or whatnot. But it's pretty rare, quite honestly. And it's not like I'm a teetotaler. It's just, if I'm going to sit around and do nothing and have a drink, it's probably going to be tea or Gatorade.
Well, I mean, we don't not drink.
Okay.
So we still bring. I always bring at least 1 or 2 bottles of special beer.
Okay. Cool.
Usually some kind of Omegang beer.
Oh,
I've actually got 4 or 5 bottles of Dragon's Blood still left over from the Game of Thrones series of beer.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
One of our local beer stores was selling that just regularly for a while, actually.
Yeah. Well, you can't find it anymore.
Yeah, I know. Well, cool. All right. Well, I mean, that being the case, I'll probably pack some special stuff. Maybe I'll bring some stuff that's only brewed here in Pennsylvania, or.
It would be freaking awesome. I love trying odd beers.
All right, cool. Well, maybe I'll bring a 6-pack or 2 6-packs of something that's brewed like in Pittsburgh or something. That'd be fun.
Okay. And I'll try and bring some local stuff from here too. We've got we've got a really good brewery down in the Charlotte area that makes a nice copper ale.
Ooh.
Kind of a mix between a red and amber.
Okay.
It's really good.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm all about that. There's an Irish style beer that's brewed like right on the south side of Pittsburgh. It's called Rooney's Irish Red or something. Maybe I'll grab some of those.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'm not much of an IPA person, just fair warning.
Yeah,
Reds and darks, I'll go for.
But I can avoid them. Yeah. All right, cool. Awesome. Yeah. So I mean, again, I haven't been to Dragon Con in 20 years, and I know it's gotten really huge, but this year might be different because of everything that's happened in the past year. So there may not be as many people there this year.
Yeah. So, and yeah, because year before last, they peaked at around 80K.
Wow. That's a lot of people.
So, yeah.
That is a lot of people.
But the people watching is fucking fantastic now.
Oh, undoubtedly. Yeah, for sure. Cool. Let me see. We've been going for like 45 minutes or so now.
With or without
Oh, we had to wait 10 minutes for your
that's a
shitty.
good point. Yeah, for our shitty.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. That's true. Well, now, now since we're like freeform, does anybody have anything to throw out there just for funsies or just because or something that's on your mind or someone that's on your mind?
I got a new
She's
hat
sitting
coming.
And
Ooh.
is that one?
It's the same style, yeah.
Okay.
It's a different cut. Like the seams are different.
Oh, okay.
About Wednesday night, with it being Prime Day, I realized I had like 2 hours left before Prime Day was over, and I was like, I'm going to take advantage of it. So I went on there and just explored random shit. I got like a little bear charm. I got a new hat. Oh, I got a summer edition of Haribo Gold Bears Summer Edition that's got 5 new Haribo flavors.
Don't eat them all at once.
New flavors. Wow.
Do what?
Don't eat all of them at once.
Oh, I'll try not to. I also tend to lie.
Sugar-free?
It'll
A
get
5-pound
messy if
bag
they're
of sugar-free?
sugar-free.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yes, it will. No, these are not sugar-free. See, I finally bought about 4 or 5 years ago, I bought some poi, the little light-up vinyl balls on Wish.
Balls.
Oh, jeez.
Balls.
From Wish.
Oh.
So, after about an hour of use, they were garbage, which they were.
Well, they started out garbage, but you know.
Yeah.
At least they survived
Well, yeah.
Wish
for about
balls.
an hour.
Yeah.
So Wednesday night, I went on and forked out about $150 to get a really good professional pair
Nice.
of balls. Which means I'll actually start dancing and exercising again.
All right. That's awesome.
So I'm looking forward to that. I mean, I've lost a lot of weight. I got to go out and I'm about to get my teeth fixed, and I got new balls coming. I got man. The
balls around
this past month and the next couple of months promise to be really good.
With new balls, I can imagine.
With a fresh set of balls. Yeah, I hope so.
Yep. Yeah, and they I'm assuming they light up.
They light up. They not only light up, they do patterns and different colors.
Shit,
and
he's getting balls that do tricks.
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. And in one hand, I've got a Pac-Man ball, and my other hand, I've got a Death Star.
It's true.
That's not a moon.
Depends on how it's aimed.
Red band. Oh, damn. Jerry, you've been kind of quiet. What are you doing over there?
I'm just listening to you guys gab about just whatever.
About balls.
Yes.
Balls.
Balls and the different colors thereof.
So speaking of Prime, tell us about your new drawing pad there.
Oh yeah, so it is a UG M708. I got it for about $60 on Amazon.
Thanks.
If it doesn't have a screen, but if it did, it would be $200 or more. It's got a 10x6 actually interacting or like drawing space.
Drawing surface. Oh wow. Okay.
So plenty of space to move around and draw things with.
I'm not artistically inclined. Like I'm artistically reclined, as far as that goes. But so I've never actually. I mean, I've installed plenty of them, but I've never actually used like a drawing like a surface. So is it essentially a large? Is it essentially a large, like almost like a mouse touchpad type of a situation, or?
It's a large touchscreen, just without the screen part.
Okay. Oh well, makes sense. Okay. Yeah. All right.
It's more along the lines of the touchpad on a laptop, but just bigger, and you use a pen to interact with it.
Right.
For the most part.
More sensitive too, I would imagine, right? If you want to do drawing and coloring with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, your control goes down from finger size down to like a single pixel, and instead of just your finger getting bigger or smaller, it's actually, depending on the manufacturer, can be up to 2048 layers or intensities of pressure it'll sense. And this is the tablet that I'm using thanks to Ayla. Oh, it's reflective. That's nice. This is the one that I've been using for my photography. Here's the stylus. Woo.
I bet using the stylus would be way easier than trying to do all that with a mouse, right?
Yeah.
It's a whole lot easier.
Yeah. And what is that? Just another? Is that just a drawing? Just a drawing surface? Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yeah, it feels like paper. Oh, where'd she go? Okay.
Phil, you're sitting inside of an airplane. How can you lose things? There's not much place to go in there.
There's not much place here either.
Yeah.
She's in the
Are you getting
co-pilot
enough
seat.
oxygen?
No, I am not.
I mean, isn't it obvious? I mean, look at him.
Right. Exactly. He's
Damn, I was expecting a Space Ghost comeback.
Oh.
Seeing the airplane interior reminds me. Have you guys been watching Loki?
I haven't seen
the third
this week. I haven't seen this week,
Yeah.
so nothing.
Either
I've only got one down. I haven't done 2 or 3.
Okay, we've watched the first 2. We haven't watched the third one yet. I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would. And these Marvel series keep surprising me, because at first I was like, because I was never a big into, what was the first one they did? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Mhm.
I was just like, didn't really interest me, so I didn't watch any of them. But
Well, the only reason that came about was because Coulson became a cult hit from the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
True.
that's true.
And everybody wanted to see more Coulson, but technically he was dead.
Right.
So they created a show, and they explained Tahiti.
I think it
And all of
lasted
that.
too long, and I think that's what its problem was.
Yeah, it started going off the rails when they started doing the extra dimensional stuff.
Yeah.
So then the next one that came out was WandaVision?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
WandaVision, I was on the fence about and waffling, and it's like, well, but then it's
Dude.
like pandemic, nothing else to do. Let's watch WandaVision. And I freaking loved WandaVision. I thought it was
The
awesome.
show was painful. It was good. It was good,
Yeah.
but the story
Oh, yeah.
hit you in the feels.
And
Okay.
here's the thing about that particular story. Now, I read that story when it actually happened. This is back in the late 70s, early 80s when that story played out. There was something that the WandaVision story, along with the Dark Phoenix saga, those two things raised the bar in the comics industry. That WandaVision and Dark Phoenix explored some serious gray morality places, and just the depiction of taking this character, mainly Vision, essentially butchering him, and then everything that happened in the story with some really minor tweaks that are almost inconsequential. They stayed true to the comic. They stayed true to the source material with WandaVision. The one thing I didn't expect them to do, they did, and that was to actually show Vision in his dissected, dismembered state.
Yeah.
And they not only showed that, but in the comics, there was almost an entire issue of her storming the facility to reclaim his pieces. And that's when she found him. And they showed it in the show. I was really happy that they did it. They didn't pull the punches.
And no,
I was really scared they would.
not being a comic reader, or at least a Marvel comic reader, I thought the show was just awesome. I really enjoyed it.
You guys
I've
watch,
binge watched it. So I've
you
binge watched it twice and bawled my eyes out at the ending.
yeah.
Both
What
times.
about Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Yeah, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Patty and I both loved that one. I mean,
Yes.
It's a buddy cop movie. It really is. Or
Yeah.
show, excuse me.
a lot of eye candy for Patty, but yeah, once again, a fantastic story, well acted.
Are you two staring at each other? Are you two having a staring contest?
Who?
What?
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah.
Are you? What are you, 14?
So yeah, that was good. And then and I figured that would be good. I figured that would have a lot of action in it and all that stuff. But I really liked the Falcon's sort of story arc in that one. I guess now he's Captain America, but so and then now we've got Loki, which again I was like, oh, okay, whatever. But yeah, so far Loki's been fantastic.
Yeah. So one thing about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I have to hand it to the actor who played U.S. Agent.
Oh,
Yes.
He played that part perfectly.
Did he
Yes,
really?
he did.
Yes.
Yeah.
People hate him.
Yes.
He's
Wow.
actually gone on record and said, I'm glad I'm being hated for the character that I'm
Exactly.
playing.
Instead
Yeah.
of ruining the part. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, he pulled that off very well.
So is John Walker is the character's name.
Yes.
And he aced him. And I was surprised. They brought in Julia Louis-Dreyfus to play the Contessa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
If you know who she is, if you know her backstory and who she is, oh my God, I'm excited to see what they're going to do with her.
Yeah, no, I mean, I obviously know the actress, but I don't know the character from anywhere other than I
She
didn't know.
dates back to the early 60s.
No.
Actually, late 50s, early 60s.
I purposely stayed away from the IMDb for the show
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't want to know what was coming or who was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when when I heard her and then she walked in, I was like, "Oh my God!"
That was
Perfect,
just
perfect.
great.
Yes.
She looks, I love it when shows do this. They did this with the original Blade movies. Wesley Snipes, I mean, the Blade in the comics almost looks like he was drawn after Wesley Snipes. The character,
Yes.
the casting is just perfect.
Spot
They
on.
got the look and an actor to just do the character and the look flawlessly. It was great.
Are they?
and
I don't want to
Julia
say
got it.
rebooting, but are they going to make new Blade movies and incorporate it in the MCU?
Yes.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, I heard about
Yes.
that.
'Cause I
With
love the
Morbius. I'm-
Morbius the Vampire. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Morbius has
excited
been in
about
the
that.
works for a while. I mean,
Yeah.
Yes, the movie's already done.
yeah.
The movie's ready to launch.
Oh wow.
I'm
Yeah,
Oh,
Jared
yeah.
Leto is playing Morbius.
and he looks perfect.
And
Holy
then-
crap, he looks perfect.
They're doing more, or they're incorporating. Who am I thinking? Ghost Rider. They're incorporating Ghost Rider in there somewhere.
He's getting a relaunch.
He's what?
He's getting a relaunch. They're going to redo the Ghost Rider movies.
Cool.
There
cool.
is talk
Relaunch 3.
now.
Yeah.
Our friend Irish Hawk would actually be one to talk to you about this.
Oh yeah. Have him on.
He's
Yeah.
plugged into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
we were talking. There is rumor that with Marvel's doing the whole multiverse thing, there is talk that Nicolas Cage will be brought back as not as Johnny Blaze, but as a different Ghost Rider from like a different universe type thing.
Okay.
And they're just talking about it. I'd like to see. I don't want to see the Ernie Reyes Ghost Rider, the one who drove the muscle car. That's the one that they used in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and that's the more recent Ghost Rider.
Okay.
I want to see Johnny Blaze done justice.
Oh, the motorcycle. Yeah.
Yes. Johnny Blaze or Daniel Ketch. Either one I'll be happy with.
Okay, so say once again, I haven't read a Marvel comic and I don't even know how long. So, but I've always thought the Ghost Rider character was super cool. So,
absolutely.
Have you seen shots from Black Adam?
Yes.
Holy crap, that looks good.
Yes. Yeah.
That's going to be so good.
The Rock and casting.
Well, I mean, he's a perfect cast for that fucking character.
Yeah. Yeah.
He already looks like a cartoon superhero villain.
He's got the build for it.
Yeah.
And
no padding needed.
No, none.
This before, but did you guys enjoy the Shazam movie?
Yes. That was very good.
Shazam movie, yeah. It was,
Liked it. It was lighthearted. It didn't try to take itself too seriously.
Right. Yeah.
Very departure from regular DC movies.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, it was great. All right, well, we've been going for an hour. I think this is a good time to take a break. Yes?
A break?
Thumbs up. Oh, dang. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. All right. I thought we were crashing again. So, all right, cool. Well, let's call it.
Phil didn't do the face, so excuse me, Pagan Tech.
So let's do, I don't know, 10 minutes is usually?
Here it comes.
Here it comes, yeah. Oh, he was just teasing us.
It's build up. It's a build up.
We'll call it 10 minutes and we'll meet back up here. And what time is it now? 8:38. So 8:48. We'll call it like 8:50, like 10 minutes till 9.
Yeah.
Cool.
That you've had a successful break. So let's get into this, Tommy.
Oh, thank you. So, our knock on wood, our looks like our technical issues, at least for the moment, everything's been steady for a while. So I probably shouldn't curse it, but I probably just have. But anyway, so yes, knock on wood, touch wood, as they say across the pond. We should be good. So the actual topic that I had for the evening was
topic.
Yes.
Yeah, real topic.
Either a song or a band or a particular album that is like a guilty pleasure for you. Like you listen to it and people are like, what are you listening to? And you just love it because you love it. There's no particular reason you love it. It's just like, this is cool. I like it. Nobody else likes it. I like it. And it doesn't even need to be particularly impactful to your life or anything super meaningful. Just like a guilty pleasure. I really dig this, and
I've got one.
Consequences. Oh, okay.
I've got
one. All right.
The soundtrack for Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh well, that's a good one. Yeah, I don't know.
Everybody loves that.
Yeah, I don't know that I'd consider that a guilty.
I mean,
necessarily.
Well, I mean, considering I got married on Halloween, it's kind of fitting.
Yeah,
but,
true, appropriate. Yeah,
it's still not a mainstay in the musical world.
Not anymore, no.
But I mean, at least once a year we listen to the entire album, watch the movie, and and not necessarily around Halloween.
Dude, for like the past decade, every other year, Danny Elfman has a live performance of that entire soundtrack on stage with several of the people from the movie.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
I mean, that
is really cool.
Now, speaking of Danny Elfman music, I still enjoy some of his older stuff as well. Boingo Boingo.
Love Boingo Boingo. Yes.
But no, I mean, really, Nightmare. Most people are like, "Why the fuck are you listening to that?" So that's mine.
Yeah, we watched the movie.
Just because you're still cool and they're not.
Well, I mean, I already knew that.
Yeah, that's
Come
true.
on.
That's true.
Jerry, do you want to pull that thing off of the wall that's next to you to show Patrick what we got?
The poster or the other thing?
The other thing, yeah.
Yes. Give me a second.
Okay, you gotta check this out.
Oh,
So it's Steel City Con.
Discord or Steam gets it
If
from me,
it's-
anyways.
Deal, don't destroy anything over there.
Smash!
Don't break-
Oh shit!
Don't break it. Don't trip.
So a couple of years ago, Chris Sarandon was at
They
Steel.
can't get it off the wall.
Okay, don't cut it. Patty had cross-stitched. You can tell the story if you want to, Jerry.
Yeah, so motherhood cross stitch a picture of Jack Skellington, and had his arms crossed in front of like a fence gate of some sort.
Wait.
But anyway,
Pick up the camera and turn it.
yeah,
She can
yeah,
do.
yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Well, that is cool. Yes.
And look at that
Yes.
at the top, though. We had Chris Sarandon, who was the voice of Jack Skellington, sign the thing.
That is
Wow,
freaking
that is
awesome.
cool.
So he and I went over there on a Saturday.
That sounds about
And-
right.
Toted that thing in and waited in line, and he was duly impressed because it's cross stitching. It takes I don't have the patience for it, but Patty is super
Freaking
good at
ever,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's on the subject of A Nightmare Before Christmas. That's like just super cool. And we watch it at least once a year, the movie, if not twice. I don't think I own the soundtrack though. I'd have to look. I don't remember. I don't think I own just the individual soundtrack. I should probably remedy that at some point. So
It's about 1998. I watch The Nightmare Before Christmas every October 1st without fail. That is my official way of entering the holiday season.
Awesome. We usually, what we do for, the spooky season, basically October, and we actually have started in like September now, is we watch like our horror movies and our suspenseful movies and stuff like that on the weekends, like, leading up to, Halloween and whatnot, obviously. We've got the original Halloween, Nightmare, what else? All the Evil Dead movies we watch. Have you guys ever seen, it's got Daniel Radcliffe in it, who played Harry Potter, but have you guys ever seen The Woman in Black?
No.
Love it. Love it.
Yes.
No, not
Great
yet.
flick. Yeah, it's really good. You should. I mean, and it's probably, you can probably get it on Blu-ray for like $2 or stream it for free.
It's a different kind of horror movie, and
It
it really
more-
focuses on the story. I
Yeah,
love it.
It's more of a suspense than a horror movie. It's really
Yeah.
great though. And the second one was very different. Didn't have Daniel Radcliffe in it. It was very different, but still a great movie.
I thought the second one got canceled.
No,
I didn't even know they actually made it.
Nope, it's out. We've got it in the other room. Yeah.
Holy shit! I gotta go look for it.
Yeah.
Does it at least involve the same like the ghost, like the Lady in Black, or is it a different one?
It's in the same house too, actually. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
What's
The second one called?
It's just called the Woman in Black 2. I don't know. I'd have to go. I don't remember what like the subtitle is, but it's just Woman in Black 2. It'll come up.
I'll look for it. I
Yeah.
really do. I just adore the first one.
Yeah, I don't think it's as good as the first one, but it's still a very entertaining movie.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see, Jerry, is there music that you listen to that you're just like, if somebody heard me listen to this, it would just be embarrassing, or
Not really. I mean, well, I listen to, mostly like, metal and rock. It's hard for me to branch out from those kind of things when it
Yeah.
comes to music.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'll listen to like a shitty like white rapper on occasion, but I mean, just because, but nothing really out of the ordinary though otherwise.
Well, I mean, just due to, if nothing else, the format or the lack of format for the radio station, I've got, I've got
All kinds of
hip-hop
stuff.
and death metal and, Celtic and I want to call it banjo music. That's not the right word. Bluegrass and classical and jazz and I found a Billie Holiday CD actually the other day. So I've added that. So
Well, absolutely refuse to listen to country music though.
yeah, no, we don't have that is verboten here on the station. I just don't I had to yell at my two coworkers early today because one of them was playing, not only were they playing shitty music, but they were playing shitty music from their phone, really loud and tinny. And I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? You're killing me over here. They're like, oh, it's such and so. I was like, look, I don't care. Stop it. Whatever. This is awful. I'm trying to think for myself. I've kind of got a thing for Britney Spears music. She's nice to look at, obviously, but she's put out some pretty cool dance music over the years. Her like early stuff, Oops, I Did It Again, which is one everybody knows. It's okay. I mean, it's pop, it's okay. It's not great. It's not horrible. It's just, middle of the road pop. But like some of her newer sort of dancier stuff, and she actually gets a little into dubstep in a few of these songs. I kind of enjoy. I say it goes great on the radio station when I'm playing the dance party. But yeah, I mean, if I had to just, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that I listen to that people are like, what are you doing there? But that's probably like the big one is, Britney Spears stuff I kind of enjoy.
That's cool.
Phil, sorry, Pagan, Tech.
Huh?
Phil?
Oh yeah.
Pagan?
Well, I'm pretty eclectic in my listening as well.
Which is not a bad thing.
No, the commercial country that's out now, I just despise. It's so useless as a format. So it's just never been something that I've gotten into. There may be something valid to it, but not for me. But I've crossed the gamut from classical Baroque music to dubstep to, I mean, there's just so many. But the one thing that I will go back to that's, I don't really feel guilty about any of my music, but I think that the one that I probably wouldn't pull out in a packed car would be the soundtrack to Once More with Feelings from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That show up there?
Okay. Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
That is absolutely so fun, and I'll blast that in the bus going down Aiken Augusta Highway with all the windows rolled down. It's just so fun. You should see the looks I get. Oh, God can make that happen.
On that note, I mean, there's also, oh shit, I forgot the name of it. Dr. Horrible Sing Along.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah.
Sing along vlog.
But that's good, but it just doesn't hold up to Once More with Feeling.
And I'm probably going to drive away the 4 people that listen to this, but I have never understood the appeal of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the show. The movie, the original movie was entertaining. The show, I just don't get.
I'll say one thing about Buffy. Now, I am one of the really big fans of Buffy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That show, like Doctor Who, builds on its past. Everything that comes before a given episode is a canon. Is canon. If you come into just a random episode and you don't know what's going on, then it's not going to make a lot of sense, because the people who are viewers, that show is constantly referencing things that have happened before. It's like a comic book. You can pick up a comic book, and after a few issues, you're somewhat caught up enough to follow it.
Right.
But if you just pick up on it and have no idea about what came before it, you're going to be lost.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing with Buffy, is Buffy had so much character development and story building that just come in and just any moment you're going to be lost.
Now, I enjoyed Buffy, We watched all of Buffy between myself and my wife, but my favorite is still Angel. Even more so than
Angel.
Buffy, because the character development just got even better there, and the characters became much more interesting there.
And they had generally interesting characters to begin with, like Lorne. I loved Lorne.
Lorne's my absolute
Lorne was amazing. Lorne was just awesome. I loved him.
Anyways,
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, Green, did I ask you that question yet? And I have just forgotten the answer? Or no? Okay, so lay it on us then.
I have two.
Okay.
There is a band. I don't even think they're together anymore.
Yeah.
It was one of these sort of kind of boy bands from like the early 2000s, late 90s. There's a group called MGMT.
Oh yeah, I remember them. Yeah.
Okay, they had a song. I don't remember the name of it, but I oh my god, I fucking love it. I've got it on my computer now. I've got it everywhere. But it's very synthy, very poppy. Yeah, it's kind of like if blonde douchebag. All the kids love him.
Bieber.
Who? Bieber.
Bieber.
Yeah,
You said blonde douchebag, and that's the first one that popped in my mind.
That's who I'm thinking of. It's like if there were two Biebers singing a song that actually had some substance to it. But it's super poppy, super synthy, and I just love it. And that's the only song by them that I like. But the other guilty pleasure, and it's not it's becoming more mainstream now. I loved them from the first time I heard them, I was kind of I don't know. And then it took about listening to the same song about 3 times before I realized, okay, I can like this. And then I heard their other stuff. I've become, Tommy, you know this. I've become a big fan of baby metal.
Oh, I love baby metal.
Yeah.
I love baby metal. I love the whole kawaii metal genre. It just hasn't caught on quite in the US yet. But then you got bands like fucking Metallica has been on stage with these girls. Ozzy Osbourne, Judas Priest.
I mean, shit. Rob Halford actually sang with Baby Metal.
Right. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I mentioned this to you or not, but have you checked out Band Maid yet?
Band Maid?
Yes, it's a bunch of Japanese women dressed up in maid outfits playing metal music.
No.
I don't hate that.
That's not something I would listen to.
Yes,
No,
and they're good. They're talented. They're badass.
Something else to keep in mind too when it comes to metal, actually, of any stripe these days. Metal is not popular here in the States anymore, but it is still huge in Europe because, like, all the big bands like Metallica, and I think Slayer's done touring, but like Anthrax, for example, Sabaton, they will come and they'll do quick, half dozen shows here in the States, but they will go overseas and play these festivals for hundreds and thousands of people. Metal is still just huge over there in Europe, and it's just not here anymore.
There is something that's happening, and I've become a big fan of symphonic metal bands like Nightwish.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I love that band so much, and that style is beginning to
with...
become popular here.
Yeah,
what's that?
I'm kind of sad about what happened with Nightwish, though. They just lost the lead guitarist.
Yeah,
he decided to leave and move on, but he was the poetry behind the music.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, I'm a huge Floor Jansen fan.
Oh, she's amazing.
I'm a fanboy of Floor. Oh my god.
So you had your floorgasm.
Oh, absolutely. Have you seen her do Phantom of the Opera?
Oh yes, I have. If I were ever to go straight, that would be the woman to do it.
Oh, and she would hurt you so good.
She's amazing. She is a goddess.
I think I have to look her up on YouTube now.
Dude,
no. You need to look up the concert in Wacken for
Walk-in. Yeah.
oh, what is the name of that? So it's all the YouTubers were reacting to it.
There was, by the way, while you're looking that up, there is a really good documentary about Wacken on, I think it's streaming on Prime.
Don't you mean the Wacken Festival?
Yeah. Yes.
Ghost
Wacken
Love Score. That's
Ghost
the one
Love
you need to
Score,
look
yes.
for.
What's it called
Ghost
again?
Love Score at Wacken.
Okay.
Holy hell.
Yeah, this is her live performance. So just keep
And
that
watch
in mind.
it uninterrupted. Watch the whole thing through. Shut your mouth and watch it. It will blow your mind. I swear to God, if you don't know who she is, this will be your first floorgasm.
All right. Better wait till everybody's out of the house.
Yeah, it can get messy.
Don't forget to bring a towel.
That's right.
Got one right there behind him.
Don't forget to clean
There is somebody
You
was,
don't
and it was breaking.
terrible towel to clean that sort of stuff up. Come on now. Blasphemy. Although I do have a bunch of these sitting around. So anyway.
Yeah,
More than you probably should need.
Microfiber cloths. Yeah, I've got within arm's reach right now. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 microfiber cloths right now. I use them for
Nice.
everything.
Thank you for calling WTMI.
Oh my.
Oversharing Radio.
Too much radio. Oversharing radio.
Red Band.
Yeah, Red Band. I said I did a interview conversation with that filmmaker the other day, and before we started recording, he's like, "Can I curse?" I was like, "Oh yeah." It's like, all these are going to be Red Band. It's fine. And he's like, "Awesome." So we had a pretty good time actually. But cool. Yeah, I'm sure there are other bands and things that I listen to that people probably think are just bizarre, which is fine.
I mean, I know there's stuff that I listen to that people think are bizarre. So
yeah.
It is what it is.
Tommy, I just posted that video in the general chat in your channel.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. I will check that out once we are done here.
So, odd music. Okay. I've kind of got Green in on this.
Okay.
But there's a YouTuber, streamer guy that also does kind of like hardcore rap stuff.
Okay.
His name is Corpse or Corpse.
Oh,
Husband.
yeah.
Oh God, that guy. Don't.
Oh, dude. Those songs are catchy as fuck, though. Really. I mean, but the dude's voice is really fucking deep. I mean, crazy deep. It's
I would probably listen to his music if his fandom wasn't full of like teenage girls that drop their pants as soon as they hear his voice.
Well, I mean, his voice is quite interesting. It really
I'm
is.
with you, Tommy.
But
I saw that look. Oh,
but he's got
the camera's on.
Yeah, he's got a song that everybody, all the reactors react to. It's called "E-Girls Are Ruining My Life." That listen to the lyrics. Just listen to the lyrics, and it's so fucking. He's a huge anime fan as well, so he's making constant references in the song. It's just, but go check it out. He's only got like a half a dozen songs that he's released, but
And you call himself Corpse?
Corpse Husband. Yes.
Corpse Husband. Oh, okay. Interesting. All right. Yeah, I am completely unaware of this person.
It's kind of like a hardcore rap type thing.
Okay.
He's very good at it, and the lyrics are amazing.
There is a Phil made mention of the modern country that's just all in as far as I'm concerned, it's all garbage. I do, however, own some Hank Williams records. The original Hank Williams, not Junior, and certainly not Hank III. Hank Williams. I've got I've got a couple of Johnny Cash albums.
Yep, got that.
Man in Black.
Man in Black.
Not exactly country.
No. Well, he's country. He's classic country. He's not commercial country.
Right.
Okay.
And then I think I might even I've got a Roger Miller. I don't know that he was considered country. Roger Miller
Stephen
did.
Miller.
What's that?
I said I'm more of a Stephen Miller.
Oh, I see.
Don't be a joker.
Miller Band, Joker, Smoker, Midnight Poker.
Yeah, get on that big old jet airliner and get out of here.
That
Anyway.
Anyway,
You ruined it, man.
But I think I might actually even have like maybe a Willie Nelson record stashed in there somewhere that I found. So
I mean, Willie Nelson gets a free ride because he's best friends with Snoop Dogg. So
Snoop Dogg, that's true. Yeah, he does.
That's true. Yeah.
Actually, I
He's
remember hearing
cool.
a story from Snoop Dogg about the only person to be able to smoke him under the table was Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can believe that. Snoop Dogg too. I mean, like JD. I always get the stink eye from JD when I say, "Oh, I'm going to play." Snoop Dogg or NWA or Ice Cube or somebody. She's just like, ugh. I'm like, look, if you have a radio station that's no format, you got to go no format. If you got it on CD or if you acquire it on CD, you got to play it.
Yes.
So, she always gives me the stink eye, and she doesn't play that stuff. Well, actually, now that I think about it, in her first show that she did, she played an NWA song, like in her third segment, I think. So,
Really?
yeah.
You're gonna have to give her a little bit of shit about that.
Yeah, I'll have to give her the stink eye right back at her. But I dig that stuff. I mean, the beats are good. A lot of the content of the lyrics just aren't anything of my experience, but a lot of heavy metal lyrics aren't either.
But the content. So just NWA, for instance, the content of most of the stuff that they were talking about on the public side, not on the private battle side, but on the public side, is still valid today.
Oh, well, absolutely it is. Yeah. They put out there was a movie put out about NWA called Straight Outta Compton.
Yep.
Great movie. I say maybe not our audience's cup of tea, maybe even not everybody's cup of tea in this call, but it was a fantastic movie. And another fantastic sort of what do they call it, a biopic or a biopic or whatever you want to call it, biography picture. The James Brown movie, Get On Up, was awesome. And
that was Chadwick Boseman, wasn't
Chadwick Boseman played James Brown. Yes, he did. And he did an amazing job as James Brown, actually. That was before he did Black Panther, actually. Fantastic movie. Yeah. And of course, the soundtrack. Of course, I like James Brown, but the soundtrack
I would say that that's almost a guilty pleasure, but not really, because, we're all from the same area. We grew up on that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
We were around it.
I got so a buddy of mine came over. I'm thinking 2 or 3 months ago. Our friend Ben came by, or he called first, and he's like, "Hey, I got a bunch of 45s. Would you mind looking through them with me and seeing if I've got anything good?" Sure, because Ben is he's a chemical engineer, but on the side he's got this collectible toy business, or a collectibles business, I should say. Mainly toys, but he deals in other stuff too when he comes across it. And so I was like, yeah, sure. So he brings over, I bet there are probably 400 45s in this box. So we're talking and I'm flipping through it, and he had some decent stuff in there. But he had there were 2 James Brown singles in there from like way back, like James Brown and the Famous Flames before he went completely solo. And I was like, I paid particular. I was like, oh, James Brown. Oh, there's another James Brown. Really cool. And he's like, well, you can keep a couple of these if you want to as payment. And I went, so I got both of those. I got both of those James Brown 45s there in the other room in there as payment for helping him go through those 45s. And he's like, well, what should I do? Should this? I was like, look, I said, unless you just really want to be bogged down for years trying to sell all these things individually, I say, take the pile of stuff that I've pulled out that's decent and might be worth some money, put in a separate box the ones that are common or that nobody's ever heard of before, and take them to, because we're lucky in Pittsburgh, we've got like 4 or 5 really good record stores. Take them to a couple of record stores, have them look through them, have them give you just a price on the whole collection. I say, because he doesn't know anything, and for that matter, I don't even collect 45s. I just know artists and songs and stuff. So he took those to, I don't remember which store he ended up taking them to, and he made a pretty decent amount of money off of them. But I was happy to get those 2 James Brown singles. So that was no, I was pretty happy with that little transaction there. And he's actually sold a few of my old tour shirts. Like for when I'd go to see bands, you get a shirt, and for some reason they all like shrank in the wash, and I couldn't wear most of them anymore. So I'm not quite sure how that happened. Yes, shrank in the wash. Yes. So, but I had some pretty good ones there, and actually the sales of some of those T-shirts helped finance my computer over here to my left. So
nice.
Yeah. So that was cool.
You mean the one with a working video card?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
That's some kind of dig.
Maybe.
Why
No.
don't you just pick that
Absolutely
scab?
not.
Not at all.
No, of course.
Not at all. Yeah. No.
I actually. Oh, watch this.
Ah.
I've got 2 video cards in my.
Man.
I mean, one of them is a GTX 960, so it's no great shakes. But the reason I did that is when I built this computer, I think I told Patrick the story yesterday. Jerry and I went to Cleveland, bought all the parts and all that stuff, and of course we're in the great video card shortage of the late to mid 2000s or whatever, because you can't buy video cards unless they're $3,000. But so I was like, well, screw it. I'll just keep my video card that I had before. Jerry bought himself a new one because he happened to have some on hand. But then I got home, got everything built, and because right now I've got 4 monitors set up in here.
Well,
2 of them I hooked.
3 monitors and a TV.
And a TV, that's true. Yes, that's a very good point. So I had 2 of them hooked up to the video card, and then I had 2 others hooked into the the onboard stuff from the motherboard, and the 2 for the motherboard weren't working. It's like, maybe I have to turn them on in the BIOS. Went to the BIOS. Nope. Not even any settings in the BIOS. Looked up on Google, did this, did that. Nope. So apparently Asus, some of their motherboards, they put out with the actual sockets exist, but they just don't work.
You have to have a CPU with a GPU chip in it.
Remember I told you about that?
Oh,
That's the APUs.
Yep.
So to circumvent that, I just dug into my box of parts and pulled out a super old video card and plugged in. And I think the other video card, the 960, now runs the TV essentially, and one of the other monitors I don't even know anymore. But so in order for the onboard stuff to work, you have to have a CPU with an onboard GPU.
Yep. It has to have an integrated GPU.
Okay.
The moniker is an APU.
An APU. Okay. Well, if I ever, or when and if I decide to upgrade this, I will have to keep that in mind because I had no idea. Now, keep in mind, before building this computer Jerry, how long ago was this? 2-3 months ago now?
Or
January we went up there? February maybe?
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, January, February, whatever. Before building this computer, the last time I actually built my own computer was 2014. So it had been a good long while before, since I'd built a computer, and things had changed drastically hardware wise in that amount of time. So,
yeah.
Like the other computer,
a whole new world.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Like I had an SSD that I'd upgraded bits and pieces over the years, but like the M.2 style hardware or hard drive was just like mind blowing to me. And I was just like, so this little thing here that looks like RAM is a hard drive. That is amazing, And I got
you start figuring out the numbers. Wait till you start figuring out the numbers between an M2 SATA and an M2 NVMe.
Well, this is an NVMe actually.
Perfect.
Yeah.
NVMe is the way to go.
It is. And I told the sales guy, he was kind of smarmy, but I was like, I want a 2 terabyte. He's like, oh, you don't need to do 2. I was like, yes, I said, like, I had a pocket full of money. I want a 2 terabyte hard drive. God damn it!
That's right. That's right.
So I've got a 2 terabyte M.2 NVMe in this thing. So, and it's lovely.
It
Very.
is.
It's lovely.
Yeah, I've
Lots of
got a 1
space.
terabyte in mine that I built up like November of last year.
We
I ended up getting, so the motherboard I got is actually a PCIe 4.0 supported motherboard. So
Oh,
I went
wow.
ahead and bought an NVMe 4.0,
nice.
and I mean, I can't tell the difference between it and another NVMe I have, but still, I
Yeah.
know it's fast.
You know it's
Yeah,
fast.
yeah.
Right.
I mean, my computer from a dead stop to startup is about 25 seconds.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And the guy talked me out of 32 gigabytes of RAM too. I was going to get 32 gigabytes of this RGB G-Skill RAM, and he's like, "Oh, you don't need 32 gigabytes." And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, "Well, he's probably right because."
Next time you tell that motherfucker to kiss your ass and buy what the fuck you want.
Yeah,
That's
well,
right.
I mean, the thing is, though, I just used the extra money to get my NAS that day too, so I kind of threw that into the pile with everything.
Yeah, I went 32 gigs on mine as well.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
8 more
always
CPU.
upgrade it later,
so-
but yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I-
stretching
did
the
you-
envelope of my 32 gigs. I'm bouncing at the corners now.
Well, yeah. Well, with what you do, yeah, absolutely. I mean, when I'm streaming my radio station and whatnot, I'll look at the CPU sometimes, and like half of the cores are doing something, and the other half are just kind of sitting there idling, doing nothing. So I mean,
Pagan Tech, his problem right now is his CPU is his bottleneck with the photo stuff that you're
Yep.
doing.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah. It's yeah. Photoshop, when it opens up raw images in preview mode, it has to take it from a raw sensor data file and turn it into something that is visual, like JPEG or something like that. But it turns it visual. In order to do that, it has to go through the processor and grind away. So when I'm doing like this picture, oh, this picture, or this picture, or this picture, the processor's going, whoa, slow down, bastard.
Pins all 8 V cores.
No, that's
Patrick,
a 16 core,
did
and
your
it was
computer- did you
pegging
go,
everything.
sorry,
Say again?
did
That's
you
a
go
16 core.
Oh,
16 core?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Patrick? Did you go Intel or
oh no. Intel was too proud of what they had at the time.
Yeah,
So I went AMD. I went with 3700X, so I've actually got it slightly overclocked right now. But 8-core CPU.
Yeah.
And 32 gigs RAM to back it up. And I have not had a stutter once since I got it. I also got a 2070 Super back just before the 3000 series came out. So I kicked myself over that one.
Yeah, but at least you were able to get a video card.
Yes. And it's RTX, and it does VR, so I'm not really complaining.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of the reasons that Jerry wanted to upgrade is because he wanted to stream VR, games from his computer to the headset. So that's one of the reasons why probably the main reason he wanted to upgrade his video card, actually.
Works flawlessly.
Yes, it does. He's actually using the guts of my old computer just with an upgraded video card, and I think it's got it.
It's got the 1 terabyte hard drive.
Oh, it does have a terabyte hard drive. That's right. Did we put 16 or 32 gig of RAM in there? I don't remember.
16.
Oh, 16. Okay, yeah. I couldn't.
I wouldn't say no to 32 though.
Well, you got money now. You got more than I do
Yeah.
for that matter.
Yeah, probably.
I think we're boring Green to death over there.
Hey, Green.
What?
What?
Hi.
What?
I heard my name.
Yeah, he's been.
Oh,
creeping
it's
for the
backwards.
last half
Why
hour.
is it showing in reverse?
I see happy.
Yeah, we see it right way around.
Yeah.
We see
Yeah, it's fine. It's Discord.
Eh.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yep.
Yes, I have a pork chop on my water bottle.
Yeah.
Shop Zimmerman. So, is anybody in? Oh, okay. So, I know what I was going to ask before we go. Pagan Tech. So, you think you've got a line on a new, or at least a working video card. And you say you think you might be getting it sooner rather than later. Please fill us in on the details there. What's the latest on that?
I don't have too many details that I can share. It's kind of hush hush, but
Shady.
The opportunity is there, and I'm gonna go for it.
Cool. Very cool. Very cool. So are we talking like within a week or within a month or
might be within a week?
Nice.
If everything works out.
Fingers crossed for you still. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That would be awesome, dude. I actually want to save up a little money and go back to Micro Center up in Cleveland just to shop around, just because it's such an awesome store. I don't particularly need anything, but I mean, when you get up there, you just never know what you might find. You
don't need an excuse to go there.
Well, sure.
Well, need money to go though.
Well, I mean,
that's
beside the point.
Yeah. But it's only like a 2-hour drive for us, 2 to 2.5. Not quite the distance from like Augusta to Atlanta, but almost. So, and it's an easy drive. It's all highway. So, and Cleveland's pretty cool. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, but does it rock?
It does, yes. And it was, Patrick and I were talking about this yesterday. Live 2 to 2.5 hours away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and haven't even been there yet.
It's shameful, man. It really is.
It is. It's pitiful, actually. Yeah, you'd think if anybody out of this call, I would have been there by now, but I haven't. So,
hey, I'm just happy that the Foos are finally going to get in.
Are they finally?
I know they were nominated. I'm pretty sure they got voted.
They'll probably get in, and that'll be the second time that Dave Grohl's gotten in there because he's in there with Nirvana already. Did you see where their new project is? They're doing Bee Gee covers. They're calling themselves the DGs or something like that.
No, I did not see that.
Yeah. Look it up. Yeah. The Foo Fighters are doing I think they've put out an EP, or they're going to put out an EP of Bee Gees covers. All disco, which, I mean, if we're talking guilty pleasure music, I kind of enjoy disco music. So, there's another one for me. Not? Yeah, for sure.
Yes, they have been officially selected and will be inducted on the 30th of October.
Okay. Awesome. Well, good for them. I mean, I say that'll be the second time for Dave then. That's cool. Oh. But one of the first records I remember receiving as a gift, and it might have been the first record I received as a gift in probably 1978, was the soundtrack to Saturday Night Fever. So,
wow.
Yep. That's like the epitome of the disco era right there. All the music
on staying alive since.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Well, unless anybody has anything to add, sliding in right there at the last minute, I think we can probably wrap up this edition from the 24th of June of the year 2021. Anybody else have anything to add?
Holy shit. I
can't think of anything offhand. What's
yeah.
that?
I said, holy shit, it's the 24th?
June.
Of June.
June, yeah.
Yeah, we're almost into 4th of July weekend here, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Hoser, when we wrap up tonight, I want you to watch that Nightwish video. I'll watch it with you.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Yeah, we can do that, sure. All right.
Well, I'm done.
And that being the case, let's do some, at least for 3 of us, let's do some plugs. First of all, Patrick, I know you were a bit reluctant to come on and do this previously, so thank you for coming on and hanging out. I told you there wouldn't be any pressure and all that stuff, so I'm glad you came on and to hang out and do the thing.
Once I saw it was actually more like a conversation between friends, which we do anyways. I was like, fuck it, let's just try it.
Yeah, hell, I could have recorded the conversation you and I had yesterday, and it would have been just kind of the same thing. So yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So and anytime you feel like coming back on, just give one of us a shout, and we'll shoot.
I mean, if you need a filler, let me know.
All right, because every now and then, like Green went on a road trip a while back, and we had my buddy Steven fill in. We had not last week because we were off, but the week before that we had JD come on, so there were 5 of us on that night. We might have to just have all 5 of us plus JD on here, and it would be just complete insanity for 2 hours.
Wow,
yeah.
That would be some batshit crazy conversation there.
Yeah, for sure. But again, thanks for coming on and doing this, because I hope you've enjoyed yourself, because I know I've BSing with you.
Lost track of time, and enjoyed the conversation. So yeah,
Yeah, well, that's the whole
That's
point.
the
That's
goal.
that's kind of why we do this.
even with Pagan Tech being weird and shit.
Well, that's just that comes with the territory. So
Yeah, it's nothing new.
See, look what you've done. Green Bear, plug your stuff, man.
Twitch.tv/The Green Bear. I do a lot of everything from just chatting conversations to today I was shopping on Steam for the summer sale.
Nice.
Mainly do action, science fiction, and horror games. And yeah, and in the future I'm going to be doing music, drumming, and maybe a little ultraviolet.
Oh,
Ooh, nice.
Hey, all right.
that was a cool reveal.
Hey, is that the only thing that you have that's reactive in that room?
No, look at this.
No, don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there.
Look at my lovely green shaft. It's a wonderful microphone. Wouldn't you agree?
I would agree.
Oh, look. Got to have safe specs. So,
Oh,
gotta,
yeah.
without the condom on there, just got to kind of take care of things.
Yes.
He's cupping it.
Yes, I noticed.
I think I would have told you about getting new balls.
So now you'll be able to play with the balls and the shaft at the same time.
That takes talent, I've heard. I mean,
Wow,
I know.
I heard a laugh from the other room.
Pagan Tech.
Yeah, so you're watching this video on my YouTube channel, but I do streaming, and my current plan of attack, my battle plan, I guess, is to continue streaming my photography stuff, rendering out new images from the karate fun times that we had. Absolute blast. Friendly people, great staff, and just had a wonderful time. Came away with awesome pictures, amazing pictures, and I can't wait to show everybody. That's on twitch.tv/Pagantech, Pagantek. I will be doing a lot of art, chatting, talking, ask questions, take a look, talk lenses and glass like we did the other night. That was so fun. But other than that, I would like to throw some games in there once my video card gets replaced. That's going to be Flight Simulators, Elite Dangerous, Kerbal Space Program, Star Citizen. Hopefully, if Star Citizen will work for me, that would be a bonus because I love Star Citizen. But other than that, that's me.
I want to see you back in Elite Dangerous, man.
Yeah, I was really frustrated with the update that just recently dropped, the Odyssey. I was extraordinarily disappointed with how it turned out. There's a lot of...
add a little bit more oomph to it. I'm still basically doing Horizon stuff in Odyssey, so
yeah, true.
Because I'm still playing catch.
Yeah, I was really hoping for a lot better in the planetary tech. The planetary rendering tech and the atmospheric planets are neat, but combined with the updates that they did to the atmosphere or to the planetary engine, it flattened a lot of planets that had some really neat features, and it was very poorly placed and very poorly received by the community overall.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
And as for me, you can always find me at stnradio.com. We are now playing music 24 hours a day. It's not always live, but there's always music on there. We broadcast on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. You can always hit up stnradio.com for not only the schedule, but also links to the Green Bear and links to the Pagan Tech, their streaming platforms and channels. There's also links to our ad sharing partners, and looks like I'm going to be dropping a new ad sharing partner onto there probably this weekend when I have a chance to produce a new spot and some graphics for him. It's a print shop out in central Pennsylvania, guy I know. So yeah, exciting stuff. So stnradio.com, stop in and say check the schedule and either just let the music play in the background or wait till we go live and hit me up and harass me while I'm trying to play music because that's fun. So I will sign off, and then I'll throw it over to Peg and Tech. So thank you, one and all, for listening and tuning in, and I hope you've enjoyed listening as much as we've enjoyed chatting with each other and using crude language and movie references and talking music and all this stuff. So thanks again for listening, and we will see you guys same bat time, same bat channel. And with that, Peg and Tech, I will throw it to you.
Well, thank you, and thanks for everybody for sticking around for the Round Table of Fools. These idiots and nincompoops and ne'er-do-wells, and of course the fools. We've wasted enough of your time, and we're headed off to the sunset for tonight. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.